Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time here, please don't forget to subscribe before you go and turn on the bell icon beside it so that way you always be notified anytime I upload a new video. Alright, so as I promised you guys that I will be bringing the teasers for Gangaa to you guys, so here it is. Stay back, sit down, relax and enjoy and see the twist that this show has to bring this month. Gangaa determined to leave Sagar for good and go away with Krishna. But Krishna doesn't want her mother and father to get separated again. So she made Sagar and Gangaa engaged in some competition with the hope that whoever win the competition would gain the custody of Krishna. At the end of the competition, Gangaa won and Sagar was scared that Gangaa along with Krishna would be leaving him soon. Krishna had a fight with Juhi and Gangaa slapped Krishna, which got Krishna angry and she locked herself in her room. Supriya instigates Juhi against Krishna and she told Juhi never to talk to Krishna again. Krishna was to give a speech about her parents in school and Krishna chose Sagar over Gangaa because she was angry that Gangaa slapped her. Gangaa was disturbed about the lovely speech that Krishna gave in school about Sagar. So Gangaa thought in her mind that she needs to do something about it as soon as possible before Krishna would fall in love with Sagar and start choosing Sagar over her. Gangaa decided to leave the Chaturvedi's house along with Krishna. Sagar realized that Gangaa had left the house with Krishna and he felt emotional. There was a news that an accident happened and some lives were lost. The Chaturvedis got scared and prayed that the vehicle that had the accident shouldn't be the one that carried Gangaa and Krishna. They later realized that Gangaa and Krishna were not in the vehicle with the accident, so Sagar decided to go and look for Gangaa and Krishna. Sagar was able to find Gangaa and Krishna and he brought them back home to the Chaturvedi's house. Sagar then decided to leave the house and go back to London to save himself from Gangaa's problems. Madhvi, Krishna and Amaji is the grandma, pleaded with Sagar not to leave, but he stubbornly leaves. Pulkit's relationship and impregnating Kashish got revealed to the family and Niranjan got heart attack because of this and he was rushed to the hospital. The doctor informed Gangaa that Niranjan is suffering from blood cancer, but Gangaa refused to tell anyone in the family so that they would not panic. Gangaa called to inform Sagar about Niranjan's condition so that he can come back home. Amaji overheard Gangaa telling Sagar on the phone that Niranjan has blood cancer and she became devastated. Amaji went to seek the help of a prophet, not knowing that the so-called prophet, which is also the veiled sentence, was Prabha, who has been looking for a way to ruin the Chaturvedi's family before. Madhvi got to know that her husband Niranjan only had 6 months to live because of the blood cancer and she was shattered. Yash, which is Prabha's son, made attempt to murder Niranjan at the hospital, but he didn't succeed. Niranjan got discharged from the hospital and Yash made a plan with his girlfriend to act as a home nurse who would take care of Niranjan at home so that their mission can be accomplished. Madhvi and Amaji were still believing in the prophet. Meanwhile, Prabha and Yash were the ones acting as prophet, while Yash's girlfriend was the nurse trying all her possible best to make Niranjan's health condition worsen. Gangaa did not believe in the prophet and she had her doubts about them from the beginning, but Madhvi and Amaji refused to listen to Gangaa and they kept on believing and doing everything that the prophet asked them to do instead. Niranjan asked Gangaa and Sagar to get married again as that would make him happy. Gangaa agreed to get married to Sagar for Niranjan's happiness. Everyone were happy because them getting married again would strengthen their relationship more. The strong belief that Amaji and Madhvi had in the fake prophet keeps on creating more problems for the family as the fake nurse living in the house kept on giving Yash more information about the family. Gangaa informed Sagar that she is only getting married to him again because of Niranjan's happiness and not because she loves him. and she has not forgiven Sagar for what he did to her. The preparations for Gangaa and Sagar getting married again began, and Niranjan and Madhvi also decided to renew their wedding vow on the day that Sagar and Gangaa will be getting married again. Madhvi kept on ticking the calendar in tears, counting down to how many months Niranjan has to live because of the cancer. It is Sagar and Gangaa's wedding, and also Niranjan and Madhvi's are renewing their wedding vow. Yash and his girlfriend, that is the fake nurse, tried to ruin the wedding, but their plans failed and the wedding was successful. Gangaa wanted Sagar to move close to her after the wedding, but Sagar refused, saying that Gangaa had told him earlier that their marriage should be an act in order to make their family happy, especially Niranjan, so Gangaa should let them continue with the act. The veil sentence, which is Prabha, gave a poison, saying it is a medicine to Amaji to give it to Niranjan and it would be cured. Amaji gave the medicine, which is poison, to Madhvi to give it to Niranjan, and Madhvi gave it to Niranjan, and this landed Niranjan in hospital once again. The veil sentence then used this opportunity to cause more problems in the Chaturvedi's house, and Madhvi believed the veil sentence and she was ready to do anything that the veil sentence asked her to do. The veil sentence kept on doing different tricks, which made Madhvi have total belief in the veil sentence and her powers, but Gangaa and Sagar didn't believe in the veil sentence, which made Sagar drive the veil sentence out of the house. After being driven out of the Chaturvedi's house, the veil sentence then decided to install cameras all over the Chaturvedi's house with the help of the fake nurse, so that she can monitor everyone's activities and use this to win Madhvi's heart the more. Madhvi decided to send Gangaa and Sagar out of the house to go and stay in the room outside the house as a result of the veil sentence instruction. Niranjan got back from the hospital and Madhvi hid the truth about why Sagar and Gangaa were no more staying in the house from him. There was an option that Niranjan should get a bone marrow surgery in order to get well, but the veil sentence kicked against it and Madhvi believed the veil sentence, but Sagar and Gangaa determined to go ahead with the surgery for the sake of Niranjan's health. Gangaa and Sagar couldn't get a bone marrow donor for Niranjan's surgery, even though Krishna's bone marrow was a match with Niranjan's own, because the veil sentence had paid the lab guy to change the result of the test so that they won't be able to do the surgery for Niranjan. Later, the truth was revealed when Krishna got kidnapped by the veil sentence, which is Prabha and Yash. The cameras in the house were found and Abba, the fake nurse, also confessed to all her crimes. Sagar and Gangaa rescued their Krishna from the kidnappers and a bomb blast, but Krishna has lost her voice at this point as she wasn't able to talk again. Niranjan's bone marrow surgery was successful and Krishna was on the bed beside Niranjan at the hospital when Yash came to murder her grandfather. Krishna saved Niranjan from being killed by Yash, and Krishna got kidnapped in the process by Yash and a fake doctor who tried to murder Niranjan. Gangaa and Sagar then decided to go and find their daughter Krishna. Amaji ended up being admitted at the hospital as a result of the troubles that the Chaturvedi family are going through. The kidnappers, which is Yash and Prabha, demanded for the Chaturvedi's mansion before they can release Krishna. Sagar and Gangaa decided to go and search and rescue their daughter Krishna from the kidnappers the second time with the help of the police, but Sagar and Gangaa later also got into trouble in the course of searching for Krishna. Prabha's secret got exposed after Prabha kidnapped all the Chaturvedi family as they were coming back from Niranjan's burial after Yash has been killed by the police when he tried to murder Sagar. Prabha made the Chaturvedis play a game whereby they would choose a member of the family that they would like to kill. Just as Gangaa was about to kill Sagar according to Prabha's instruction, a shot was fired from the back to Prabha and Prabha died. The shot was fired by Niranjan because he was not dead, as he was assisted by Abba, which was Yash's girlfriend, who decided to reveal the truth about Prabha to the police and the Chaturvedis after Yash's death. After Prabha's death, the Chaturvedis were happy again and everything was normal. But Gangaa kept on getting a vision that there will be a lot of problems in the future. Sagar also planned to return back to London until Gangaa is ready to accept and love him again. Krishna was not still able to talk, and Kashish cannot bear seeing Pulkit and Supriya getting close together, as she always ruined their happy moment every time. Gangaa got suspicious of Kashish as she feels that something is not right about her. Kashish finally confessed to the Chaturvedi that she is not pregnant, and she only lied that she was pregnant because she loves Pulkit and she doesn't want to lose him. At the end, Kashish lost Pulkit and Gangaa also got angry with her. Maharaj's daughter, who is also bearing Gangaa, set to get married, and the Chaturvedis gave Maharaj a lot of gifts for her daughter's marriage, and Maharaj was also permitted to go and celebrate his daughter. Gangaa kept on seeing bad things that would happen in the future like a vision, and she told Sagar and Amaji about it, but nobody believed Gangaa despite her warnings. The Chaturvedi family arrived at a temple beside a river to perform a special prayer. Gangaa pictured the place as where she has been seen in her vision that evil would befall the Chaturvedi family, and she told Sagar about it, but Sagar still ignored Gangaa. Gangaa couldn't stop thinking about the vision that she had seen before, about where they had to perform prayers. Later, Gangaa met Maharaj's daughter, who was getting married at that temple that day, and whose name was also Gangaa. Still at the riverside, Gangaa, Sagar and Krishna went on a boat ride, and Gangaa was not calm as they were inside the boat because everything seems to be happening according to how she saw it in her vision, and she was scared. Later, a big thunder strikes while Gangaa, Sagar and Krishna were still in the boat, and their boat tumbled and Sagar drowned in the river. Krishna died and Gangaa hit her head on the boat and she lost her memory while in the river, and this is where the biggest twist entered the story. Sagar was rescued out of the river alive and he started looking for Gangaa. Gangaa was also rescued, but because she has lost her memory, she couldn't recognize Sagar as she doesn't even know what she was doing. Shiv, who was the man who got married to Maharaj's daughter, who is also known as Gangaa, thought that the Gangaa that he rescued from the river was the Gangaa that he got married to before the commotion started at the riverside. So he took the wrong Gangaa home as his wife because his marriage with Maharaj's daughter was an arranged marriage, and Shiv has never seen his wife's face before until they got married. Shiv's father also died at the riverside during the commotion on the day Shiv was getting married, and Shiv performed the last rituals for his father. Gangaa found herself in Shiv's house, but everything was not still clear to her. Shiv's daughter, whose mother's death was the cause of Shiv getting married again, didn't like Gangaa and she wants Gangaa to leave the house. Shiv's daughter's hatred towards Gangaa really got Gangaa thinking. Gangaa was not meant to be in Shiv's house, but because nobody has seen the face of the bride before, they all didn't realize that there is a mix-up somewhere, and since Gangaa too couldn't remember anything, then she accepted her fate. Jumki and Radhika is Shiv's daughter's name, made a plan to send Gangaa away from the house because they don't like her, while Shiv's stepmother and Shiv's brother's goal is to take all the inheritance that Shiv's father left for him, despite the fact that Shiv is a very good man and is taking care of the whole family. The community plot against Shiv and accuse him of killing an innocent boy, but Gangaa stood up for Shiv and Gangaa followed the boy that the community accused Shiv of killing, and at the end, Gangaa proved Shiv innocent in front of everyone. Gangaa started getting used to her new home and Shiv, but Radhika, which is Shiv's daughter, wasn't happy about this because she really hates Gangaa and she doesn't like Gangaa staying in the house. Jumki, which was Shiv's younger brother's wife, also refused to relent on sending Gangaa out of the house. Gangaa is trying all her possible best to make Radhika fall in love with her, but because Jumki had already put a lot of negative thought about Gangaa into Radhika's head, this made it impossible for Radhika to even see anything good about Gangaa. Shiv decided to take responsibility for his late father's business, but this made Shiv's younger brother angry because his plan of taking over would be ruined. Shiv's younger brother plot against him in a way that Shiv get punished severally for a crime he didn't commit in the community. Maharaj came to see her daughter Gangaa in Shiv's house, but he wasn't able to see that the Gangaa was the Chaturvedi's Gangaa and not his own Gangaa, because Gangaa was made to cover her face because a married woman's face cannot be seen by outsiders according to the tradition of Shiv's family. Radhika finally fell in love with Gangaa and accepted Gangaa as her mother after Gangaa stood as a mother for Radhika and attended a school meeting. This made Radhika proud and she settled all misunderstanding with Gangaa. This made Shiv so happy and he started picturing a happy life that his family would experience now that Radhika is seeing Gangaa as her mother. Shiv's stepmother and younger brother with his wife were not happy about this happy union, and they decided once again to make Gangaa and Shiv's life a living hell. Okay guys, this is all about the teasers for Gangaa for the month of January 2021. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to comment, and don't forget to subscribe. And please ignore some typo errors in this video. I made it in a hurry. And I will see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.